Alright, y'all are just gonna have to deal with the sound of the fan because it's way too hot. And I don't want to turn the air on because our electric bill is gonna be high. Oh, oof. I'm sorry, Fox. Because it's not closing time until it's closing time, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's continue. There's a center plate hanging from the mud wall. Inspecting further, I see there's a single nail hammered into the upper middle of the board. Looks like this nail is for hanging things. What do you think this is? It's obviously a frame. No shit, Rose. These flat frames are made to enhance objects that are three-dimensional. So, this is a frame for some kind of painting? Not necessarily a painting. It can be used to display anything. Just hang it on the nail there and you're done. Anything can become an art piece. And that's it? Feels kind of lazy to me. Well, as Duchamp's fountain showed. That's too much of a digression. I hope I've said that right. Duchamp? Duchamp? Duchamps? Duchamps? Lol. In any case, it is a board to make something decorative. Touch it again. Okay. No, okay. I guess not. This is fine. Open the door to the living room and step inside. Ooh. Ah! Damn it. It's a wooden storage shelf. Try pulling the door, but it won't open. It seems to be locked. Do you think you can do this one? I turn around and ask Rosé. Piece of cake. Stand back. Rosé whips out some thin tools from her pocket and she opens the lock in just about 10 seconds. Sorry for the wait. Open sesame. It's like a magic trick. I'm happy that I'm able to entertain you. I open the door. I obtained a sailor uniform and cute socks. This looks like children's clothes. Maybe he had a daughter? Did Roka have a family? Bond didn't mention anything about that. Don't tell me this guy, like, kidnapped kids. An old pendulum clock. The pendulum swings without stopping. I don't know about this. Can you stop? Checking around the sofa near the bottom. I got a hand warmer. Okay, like one of those little pocket thingies. I found an unopened hand warmer. I can use this. Duchamp was French. What was he known for? I don't know who that is. Enlighten me. Educate me, chat. Who is this Duchamp fellow? Oh, the bedroom? Oh, I love this. A colorful flyer on the floor stands out from the eerie bedroom. Out of curiosity, I pick it up. I quickly read the flyer. Kisoji Ballet School Recital, March 3rd, 1999, Kisoji Center Hall. Starts at 3 o'clock. Doors close at 3:30. Alright, March 1999, so this was a couple of months ago. There's a girl dressed in white in a ballet pose with her legs raised high. Looks like a flyer for a children's ballet recital. Oh, children's ballet, you say? The atmosphere of this place is more suited towards a Japanese butoh. Take a closer look at the flyer. First act, collection of pieces, ballet. Others, second act, La de Con. Ladicon. Lacdecon. Lacdecon. Ladicane. Something. Lidocaine. Locdecon. Locdecon. Locdecane. Locdecane. Locdecon. What does mean? The second act will feature girls who are too young to wear point shoes. Please enjoy their energy and spirit as they perform, adorned in adorable colors. What's the stuff written for the second act? It's in French, I think. Is it Latin? Je suis désolé. But that's actually French. Lac de Con, Duck Lake. Oh. Lac is lake and con is duck. So like Lock of the Ducks. Lake of the Ducks. You think it's a mistranslation? Well, judging from the name, it must be adopted from Swan Lake. They'd probably make a little they'd probably make this little ingenue. Make the little ingenues be ducks. What the fuck? Ingenues be ducks instead of swans and dance about. Ingenues. Thank you. They probably make the little ingenues be ducks instead of swans and dance about. This game's gonna really challenge, like, my stuff. I'm up here, like, trying to pronounce words, like... Seems like a show designed to showcase their energy as opposed to grays. Ducks sound a lot less impressive than swans. Oh, you think so? That stubby body, those adorable orange beaks and feet, the way they shoot through the water. Ducks are far cuter than swans. If I were to receive a gift, I would prefer ducks over swans. He doesn't have to go to the bathroom. I tried to get him to go out. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. If he barks again, I'll check to see if he, like actually needs to go. But I tried to let my dog go out, while I was on break, and he wasn't having it. No one's gonna buy you either of those. I take the flyer just in case. Teen ballet flyer. Okay. So, this guy's got... There's no mention of a family, but he had a flyer to a children's ballet and schoolgirl clothes in his drawers. Thank goodness it's not geese. No, ducks, geese, and freaking swans are all assholes. Just like most birds are assholes. I am just anti-bird, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, birds are dicks. There's an odd bulge in the curtain. Check the curtain. Wait, no. Give me a minute. That's one sturdy bed. I wonder what caused these stains. Now that I'm looking, there are more spots than I expected. There's a Western-style pillow on the bed. Digging under the pillow, I immediately feel something. Okina mask. A no mask? What's this doing here? Okay, we found a no mask. Interesting. It's a high-class Western-style bed. I take a look around the bed. I find something that looks like a mass of hair under the bed. Clump of stiff hair. What is this? I think this might be horsehair. It'd commonly be used for something like the bowstrings for a violin. How can you tell? I learned how to play a number of instruments in the past. Okay, Rosé is just a woman of many talents. I'm not even mad. Perhaps I may not look the part, but I was born into a pretty wealthy family. I have a good foundation of knowledge concerning most high culture, including music. Why don't you take it with you? It might prove useful later on. Yeah. Okay. It's a boombox. A boombox? That's a radio. I don't know what kind of boombox. When I think of a boombox, I think of like the big hefty boys with the big speakers like on either side that like are meant to like really project music. That looks like a radio to me. That does not look like a boombox to me. Are we in the 1980s? The year is 1999, apparently. It's summer 1999. The drawer on the table, the boombox is sitting on top of. Looks like there's a cassette tape inside. I eject the tape and take a look. It's just a single letter written on it, labeled T. What a creepy tape. Would you mind playing it? I'm curious about what's recorded on it. Sure. I place the cassette back into the slot and hit the play button. Huh? It seems like no matter how many times I press it, nothing's gonna play anything. Maybe. I flip the boombox over and check the battery compartment. It's empty. Doesn't have any batteries. Of course it doesn't work. Okay. Open the drawer. I open the drawer. Inside are sticks of incense neatly put away. Yay, incense. That's a garage radio. Boombox is like what Best Buy sells, the back with the attached speakers and all. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's probably not loud, but it just looks like a radio to me. I lived and breathed the 90s, so... What's this? Obtained a battery. Cool. Oh, it's been quite a while since I've seen one of those. A battery? For a radio? You know what it is? A battery. And a pretty old type at that. Maybe it's an old-looking battery. What's wrong? It's those big D batteries. Just curious, how old are you? I'll leave that to your imagination. Me. Boomboxes tend to be stereo. That thing on the table only has one speaker that's monotone. Probably has the cassette player, radio, and an alarm. Yeah, I was gonna say, for those of you who, like, were born in a different era than I was, this is not what a boombox looks like. She's too high class to know a real battery. Oh wait, hang on. Before we put that in, let's I pull the curtain back to see what's causing it. Huh? Nothing's here. No sign of anything that caused the curtain to bulge. Even things out the window look normal. So, was it just wrinkled or something? I hate it here. I swear to, if something scares me. If something scares me because I touched that stupid... Hi, Izuku. Okay, well, I got a battery. Take out the battery and put it inside the compartment in the back. Thankfully, the battery types are the same, so it fits without any issues. Alright, now how about now? I pressed the play button, but... What? You're kidding me! Useless piece of... I think about using the flashlight's batteries, but I realize that they won't fit. Perhaps there's not much battery life left. Rubbing it or warming it up will put some charge back into it, but... The battery might be dead, though, because we still can't play the tape in the boombox. Heard batteries can get some life back if they get warmed up, but... I have a hand warmer! Yeah, I checked the other room in the house, so... Hold on, warming it up? I use the hand warmer. I have this. I open the bag, crumple it, and place it on the battery compartment on the back of the boombox. I suppose that's logical, but it's not the best way to do that. Shut up, we just need to warm the thing up, right? Once the battery felt warm enough, I tried pressing the play button again. Then... It's a recording of the kidnapped girl report. They refer to the victim as Child T. Great. Age 13, long hair, was wearing a white one-piece dress on the day she went missing. She was last seen heading home from a ballet class practice in Kisoji. The report mentioned that it's been a month, and the case is now a partial public investigation. From that point, the newscaster just rehashes information about the incident, and once the news moves to the next topic for the day, the recording cuts off. Rose checks the tape and sighs. I see, hence the T label. The owner of this house seems quite intriguing. It's crazy no matter how you look at it. Why make a recording of the news about a kidnapping incident? Once again, ballet. It's coming up too much for it to be a coincidence. Yay, tape T. Hey. Suddenly the phone rings loudly, but I can't see it anywhere in this room. Intriguing. Let's answer it. Guess I'll look for it. Here it is, the phone. There's a black phone on top of the storage shelf. I don't remember every detail of this room, but it's definitely felt off. This phone wasn't here when we came through to the living room earlier, right? What's going on here? We are in this house to answer that question, are we not? Someone or something wants to answer the phone, so why don't you take the call? There's a black phone on top of the storage shelf. Hello? The phone suddenly goes dead. Eh? A sudden wave of dizziness hit me and I violently hang up the phone. When I come to my senses, I notice that my hand is covered in sweat. Damn, what the hell was that? Who was calling? Don't know, the person hung up immediately. I see. How boring. You look rather pale. Is something the matter? It's nothing. My phone vibrates in my pocket. It's time already? It's me. Almost time for the patrol to show up. Let's wrap it up for the day. Alright, we'll leave immediately. Is it time? Yeah, let's head back out. We get out of the mansion without any major issues. We rejoin the one who is keeping watch and quickly share our info we gained in our search. I told you. Aren't you glad we went inside? That tea tape in particular was quite a find. Combined with that ballet flyer, it has some grave implications. Why do you look like you're enjoying this? If that's what we found on day one, I sure to think that this is gonna end up. Well, you're whining. Just admit it's been a worthwhile night. My thought process is either the obvious one, he is the kidnapper. Maybe not so obvious, he's related to the family in some way and was looking for the kidnapper. But with the way the voice of the ghost sounds like it's a little girl, or a girl that's saying, "Don't look at me," I think our child author might be a child murderer. We even heard the rumored scream. It must be a spirit, probably the screaming author's doing. This spirit saw the remains of Yakumo Miroku, or is it someone else entirely? I can't wait to find out. It's only a matter of time for the cops show. We better split up. We'll meet back at the Black Rabbit at the same time tomorrow night. Yeah, sounds good to me. Oh, that's right. Kijima, don't forget to buy batteries. I'll try anything once, but I'm not doing that again. Ugh, what a pain in the ass. We part in front of the Miroku residence and take our own separate paths to the station. As I walk by myself down the street, I think about what I heard on the T-tape. And it might just be the crazy tip of the psycho iceberg of stuff hidden in the Miroku residence. I catch my train, and by the time I get back to Kisoji Station, it's already past midnight. I better go home and get some rest. Weird. Hardly anyone ever uses that photo booth. Coin-operated ID booth, the newest model even. I open the curtain and look inside. No one's behind the curtain. Could have sworn someone was there. Was I just seeing things? But oh great. The way home is getting more and more haunted. I love it here. Great. 10 out of 10. Best. I'll just explode. It's fine. Oh! A text. I open up the message. From D-Man. Subject, email 5. How are you? It's D-Man. I've prepared your next riddle. Decipher it to receive your analysis record. Search the monster that raises its voice when awoken. This place sucks. Why do we always go down it? I don't know. And the monster that raises its voice when awoken. So when something turns on, it makes noise. I don't fucking know. The door. It's a poster for hiring part-time workers. The hourly wage is horrible. Looks like the second floor is a boutique. I'm sorry, using you. Don't mind me, I'm just, first thing I see are the colorful sports pages. Something that raises its voice when it's awoken. My motorbike? Hold on, let me try my bike. My motorcycle is parked. I don't feel like riding it right now. Damn it. Something that raises its voice when awoken. This thing? Electric meter. Okay, that sounds like something personal. These marks make it look like something was torn off the post. Must have been a flyer or something on it. I'm so scared. I don't want to move my flashlight around here. This? Ah, because if you... Because there's an alarm, probably. Like, if you take the fire alarm out, it's a fire alarm. I'm assuming that, like, if we were to fuck with it, it would turn on the fire alarm. That makes sense. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Sound of a flute. A young girl appears. The Shinza rumor is the ghost with white hair, a child doll, and a kimono. It said the tune, Night of a Full Moon, means she's shown herself. She lures people to play her game, different for each person, from finding items of courage tests, but each has a certain condition to be met for survival. Oh, so this is actually about Kaguya. Interesting. Meet the condition, survive. Otherwise, they most likely die. Having never spoken to any of the players, I can't confirm for sure. Still only a rumor, but if the reason why I haven't talked to them is that those who challenge her game end up dead, then I suspect that there's no way to escape her death game once you've met her. Past urban legends like girls playing Kakuyako share many similarities with this one. Well, while researching, I learned it's been repeating every few years since the war ended. I must look further, and that's where you come in. It's fortunate that you are in this exact situation. You're the very person I need to talk to regarding this rumor. Why is she called Kakuya? And why does she take doll form? Why play games? And what role does she play? Is she a guide to death, or the reverse? Or neither? Is she connected to the fairy tale named Legend, seen often in recent years? Find out, escape this game alive. If worst comes to worst, I'll gather your ashes for you, D-Man. Alright, D-Man, cool. Great. 10 out of 10. I just I'm not sure what, but so this guy's just kind of, why the hell is he hiding these cards? Too much effort to worry about it. May as well go home and sleep. I solved D-Man's riddle, so I head home feeling pretty satisfied with myself. Snuck in Moroku's place, searched until cops came on patrol, found frames to put objects in, found cassette tape, child tea incident report. Little girl went missing on way back from ballet lessons. Horsetail hair, often used for instruments. Okay. I'm tired. I should take a shower. I open the door and go inside. Shower time. Shower time. Yes. Gotta wash off all that dirt and grime. Yay. We are clean. Oh, I didn't like that. What's that noise coming from next door? Sound like a draft, maybe? A movie? Or maybe a video game? Shit, that's loud. The noise won't stop. My temper's hanging by a thread. We're hearing screaming. Would punching the wall work? Wait a little longer. Maybe if I wait a bit. Nope, the noise shows no sign of stopping. Oh, I can't take this any longer. I finally stopped. Maybe I'll water the plants. Water the plants? What plants? This thing? Your little cactus buddy? Do you have plants outside? Where are your plants? I didn't know you had plants, Akira. Where are your plants? Ugh, something smells. He keeps... Okay. I open the fridge and look inside. Damn, nothing good in here. Where's your plants? I keep a few seasoning bottles in here. Where's your plants? Do you have one in the toilet? You would have moved out of this apartment a long time ago. I mean, I feel this. It's like sometimes you can't pick where you live, you know? It's like, Akira's just like, I just like, he probably doesn't have a lot of places above his pay grade. Plus, breaking your lease can, like, really mess a couple of things up. He said he wanted to water plants. Gotta water the plant. Wet plant! This plant? A stack of CDs. Okay, no, but the plant. What plant? Plant Wadoko. Doko, the fuck? Where is this plant? Where is this plant that I'm supposed to be watering? Is it outside? I'm not planning on going out again today. Where's the plants? Where's the plant? Where's... Chat, do you see a plant? I don't see a plant. I see this thing, but I can't click it. Is it in your closet? Should have put my bed on the other side. Okay, no. This house phone's pretty useless. Only ads and receipts here. Where the f is this plant? Maybe it has to get the water? Oh. Well, now I gotta wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, Sure. Let me get some water then. No, wait. Water! Kettle water? This'll work. I clicked a kettle. That looks about the right amount. I water the plant. He's like, I take care of you, little plant. I take care of you, little cactus friend. Alright, that should do it. I can't believe he takes care of... Freaking Akira's a plant dad. This is so cute. I had a bamboo at one point. My mom got me whenever I left by myself. Like, she got me this little bit. She got me like a thing for good luck. It was like this, it was in a little square pot, and the bamboo was about like this big, right? And she was like, you just gotta water it, you know, every day and stuff. I named it Charles. Now here's the thing about bamboo. It grows. So by the time my mom came to visit, Charles was like trying to bust through the ceiling. And she was like, you're supposed to trim them. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna, what am I gonna do with the stalks? I'm just gonna throw them away? And she's like, yes. I was like, I don't want to cut up Charles. And she's like, you're maintaining it. The plant's eventually not gonna be able to support itself in the pot. And I was just like, so yeah. I left Charles with my roommate at the time. Whenever I decided that I was moving out, because Charles was a very high maintenance plant. I had to and the thing is, like, cutting bamboo is like a lot. Like, you need like some serious shit to cut bamboo without it looking like super messy. So Charles is just a lot of upkeep. So I ended up like quitting and getting a different. I rehomed Charles because he was a little hard to he was a little hard to take care of. Better get some rest. Yay. Mom should have got me a cactus. I'm weirdly sleepy. I think she might have been worried that if she got me a cactus, I would have managed to hurt myself. Who could be calling me? I got a bad feeling about this. Don't answer the phone. It doesn't seem to want to stop ringing, so I reach for the phone. Hello? The other end of the line is silent. All I hear is breathing. Oh, what the hell? Hey, what do you think you're doing? Chills run down my spine and my body involuntarily jerks and slams the receiver down. That voice, it sounded familiar. Someone pranking me, or they'll probably try to call again. Guess I'll lie in bed and wait. I shut my eyes and wait. The room is quiet and it doesn't seem like anything's gonna happen. I must be tired after all. My consciousness slowly fades. Luckily, I'm not bothered by another phone call. Great. Great, the ghosts are calling us now. This is fantastic. It's exactly what I needed in my life. They have my number. They have my own phone number. The next day, I wake to an oppressive heat. I drag my listless body outside and trudge to the electronic shops and search for batteries. Since this is an older battery, I'm not having much luck finding what I need. By the time I get what I set out for, the sun has already set. Why are the lights in my room on? Great! The ghosts figured out how to play with the electricity. That's strange. I'm sure I shut them off when I left. You can hear a faint sound from the other side of the door. Something's definitely inside. It must be... Aunt Natsume? I've given Aunt Natsume a key to my apartment. I kind of doubt it, but it could be. Mama? I hold my breath. I grab the doorknob and slowly turn it. There's no resistance. It's unlocked. I breathe in and cautiously crack the door open. Hey, welcome back. Rose, I let myself in. just are not having any of this. What are you doing in my apartment? I wanted to talk with you before we headed to the Black Rabbit. So you picked my lock? Yeah, waiting outside would have been so boring. What, does it bother you? I guess I don't care. Your expression looks like you can't decide whether to be embarrassed or angry. So what do you want to talk about? I'm sure you've heard all about me from Bond, so I don't see what else you want to know. I've heard about the underground matches, Ami's abduction, and Kibitaro's case too. There's something I needed to hear, and I needed to hear it directly from your mouth. Bloodmetry, that strange power you claim to have. Do you know something about it? Yes, though it's just a hypothesis. That's better than me. I don't know the first thing about it. I suppose to be your teacher, I can't really turn down such a sincere request. That mysterious power of yours is an extension of your intuition. You might know it better as your sixth sense, a little something that warns you of danger. You're saying it's like my instincts? Yes, you could call it that too. Everyone possesses it to some extent. However, your sixth sense is unusually keen. It's probably why you've never lost any of those underground matches. Of course, you also had the physical abilities and reflexes to react to the danger you sensed. I can kind of get a sense for what she's saying. When I focus during a fight, it just becomes so much more aware of my surroundings, or I become so much more aware of my surroundings. That's gotta be that sixth sense. But the true value of your sixth sense isn't limited to that. Animals are fascinating, you know. Abilities that aren't necessary for survival are proved. On the other extreme, they can awaken new abilities if they need them to survive. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The day Ami disappeared, I met Kakuya. I knew that my life was in grave danger. You're saying that meeting woke my sixth sense, this bloodmetry power? Precisely. You're an excellent disciple. But not every person gains some great new power when they face imminent danger. I believe in your case, you likely already possess that ability. Perhaps a parent, or ancestor of yours had spiritual powers. I knew it! Whoever our daddy was like some super, like, special... Oh my god, is that how the games are gonna be related? Is Kazuo my daddy? Don't ask me. Papa! Is that you? I'm fighting an evil ghost doll too, Papa, help me! Don't ask me. My mother was just a normal woman. She didn't have any weird powers. And what about your father? I don't even know what the guy looks like. All I know is that he abandoned my mom. Let me think about this. Kazuo Yashiki was a man in his early 30s, they said, right? If we're a high schooler in our last year of high school, we're 17 to 18 years old. So assuming early 30s means the latest he would be is 34. Yeah, no, we'd be too young. I was gonna say no. Yeah, that's too young. That's not very likely. Actually, never mind. I lied. The protagonist in the first game is would have been way too young to have a child. To have a child that's 17 to 18, he would have had to have a kid. Yeah, no, that's the math doesn't add up. All I know is that he abandoned my mom. I see. I apologize if I upset you. Nah, I don't care. Anyway, you sure know a lot about the spirit world and all that. I must say, it's nice to have a disciple who views my skills with such respect. But all of my friends know everything we've just discussed. It's common knowledge. Wow, what kind of friends are those? You got a group of supernatural fanatics or something? A certain sponsor has hired me to investigate spirits and supernatural activities, and Bond's helping me with that. A group that investigates spirits sounds like something from a comic book. Or something from the previous game. So who's the sponsor of yours? The head of a distinguished family you've heard of. He has some strange abilities himself. He uses a peculiar way of thinking to solve supernatural cases most people wouldn't consider. Like defeating spirit's attacks with a plastic sheet and broken umbrella. Oh, okay, so this is how the games are connected. So she was hired onto this case by Kazuo then, or Masamune Kujo, I think is his actual name, but I think he goes by Kazuo. But yeah, so the protag from the first game hired her to look into the supernatural happenings happening in our town. So that's how they're connected. Probably because it has to do with some crazy ghost child, you know. There's a really big abundance of those, I'm just saying. What the hell kind of idiot is that? He looks like your basic sullen middle-aged man. It goes without saying that he's not my type. He's currently on an overseas business trip with a friend. Is the friend Mashita? Are Mashita and Kazuo busting ghosts on a cruise liner? Because I would totally... Where's that DLC? Give me more of it. I need it. Where is it? Which is why I have to tripe around investigating cases now. Bustin' makes me feel good. Great, please. Although thanks to that situation, I was able to meet a wonderful young man like you. Well then, it's about time. We should get going. I guess we're gonna stick with Rosé this entire time. By the way, Kichima, do you happen to know if anyone's committed suicide in the apartment before? No, but ghosts follow me home. How should I know? Why would you just ask that out of the blue? There's an extremely ominous presence in the apartment. Well, yeah, ghosts keep following me home, so... I didn't want to worry you, so I wasn't going to mention it, but I changed my mind. Have you experienced any unusual phenomena? Girl, I've almost died in this apartment like 3 times. Yeah, a bunch of weird things have happened. I almost died once, too. Twice. And yet, you seem pretty unfazed. Well, obviously I didn't die. And so much strange stuff has been happening lately that I might just be getting used to it. You're a pretty carefree kid. I sense a power in the apartment that draws spiritual beings to it. It could be that Kakuya just cursed the shit out of us. Lady, you don't know the half of it, lol. Like a famous suicide spot or a haunted area. Well, thanks. I feel all warm and fuzzy now. Oh, well, it could be... Because I think there's a pocket dimension in my bathroom that's currently housing Ami, so that could be why, maybe. And so, like, maybe that... If I'm right, that little pocket dimension could be what's drawing the ghosts here. I have to, like, asterisk if I'm right. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, without knowing what's causing it, it's hard to recommend an effective approach. Moving out would be the easiest solution. I really don't have time for that. And anyway, I'm not some weakling that's gonna move just because of some stupid ghost. I don't know if I would call this stupid, but, you know. I figured you'd say that. It's your life. Do whatever you like. But if it starts getting on your nerves, just come talk to me. Is she gonna be our sugar mummy? When we arrive at the Black Rabbit, the lights are on. Just a portal to another dimension in my mirror. The rent's good. Aw, Natsumi! It's my mom! Or my mom, my aunt mom. Oh, welcome. Aunt Natsumi's there and she looks exhausted. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Poor Natsumi. Poor Aunt Natsumi! Mont. She just wants her kid. I have to meet with a new detective. Her eyes are completely lifeless, although that's to be expected. For 2 weeks now, she's been doing anything and everything she can to think of to find Ami. Police, detectives, flyers, the internet, none of it has helped. Would it help if I told her Ami is alive but being held hostage somewhere? Even if I did tell her that, there still wasn't anything she'd be able to do about it. Worse, if she gets involved, she could end up dying, just like Maruhashi. Despite that, I should still tell her what I know about Ami's situation. Is this a major choice? I mean, we already told the cops. Hey, sorry, Akira. I have an appointment with a detective. We'll talk some other time, okay? No, not to be quickly leaves. After a bit, Rosé, who is waiting outside, comes in. So, was that your aunt? She seemed so distraught. It was painful to even look at her. Sorry, I'm late. That Mahjong game got intense at the end. Huh? What's the matter? What's got you two looking so serious? You are the most incorrigible, thick-headed man I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. You're beyond all hope. Death would be a kindness to you. Huh? What the heck are you so mad about? I don't have the energy to explain it to you. Aw. Well, how's your investigation going? Don't you dare tell me that it slipped your mind and you wasted all your time playing Mahjong. Don't be ridiculous. I'm a consummate professional. Here's all the info I found so far. He didn't have any friends or close relatives, so I wasn't able to get much. But I grilled Moroku's publisher and it paid off. I finally got my hands on this. Oh, so he originally wanted to be a doctor, did he? Changing career paths from doctor to an author is quite the drastic life change. I mean, I was originally going to be a high school teacher, so that's the whole thing. The reason he did so is a mystery. Apparently he didn't talk about himself much. But it's doubtful that the cash is the reason. The Moroku family is extremely well off. Yes, that's evident just based on that mansion. A poor author wouldn't be able to live like that. Apparently, his publisher never once set foot in that house either. Seems like Moroku hated anyone intruding on his private life. This doesn't look good. So basically, if we're to learn about his private life, our only option is to rummage through that mansion. That's right. I also looked into what was reported on that tea tape. The girl disappeared half a year ago. She was last seen at an intersection about a 5-minute stroll from the Moroku residence. I see. So that's why there's regular patrols around that area. But if that happened half a year ago, why are they still maintaining the patrol route? As it turns out, a number of other girls have disappeared around that area too. Great! He's a child napper. Hate it here. They're ancient cases, though, so I didn't have time to dig into them. That concludes my report. Good work. Well then, should we head straight to the Moroku residence? We must unveil the truth that lurks within the darkness. We go our separate ways at Kisoji Station, just like yesterday, and each get on the train. Yakumo Miroku, born 1944, age 55, unmarried. Hometown of Tokyo, surgical intern after graduation, suddenly debuts a new popular author at age 27. 1979, release of Dark Fairy Tales, kids horror book collection, became a bestseller, becomes famous as horror author. Last work, Old Bamboo Cutter's Dream, is about Princess Kaguya. Oh, it's about Kaguya. Oh. That's interesting. So Kaguya probably has something to do with this author. What? Would he, like, kidnap a bunch of kids and sacrifice them to, like, summon an evil demon inside of a doll? I think that had something to do with how Mary came to be. Like, they were doing a bunch of science experiments on a bunch of, like, people, and, like, they were dying horrible, horrible deaths, and, like, their anguish and mire, like, the mire of anguish in that area eventually brought so much malice that it turned into its own little being, and then, like, Mary came to existence. I think that's how the the original story went for Deathmark. So what? He was just a child napper, and he killed so many kids that, like, their anguish became Kaguya, maybe? We'll see. I have questions. I reached the Morocco residence without any particular trouble today. Another wonderful night. I feel like we'll make great progress with our investigation. You got here fast today. Well, I learned after my trip here yesterday. Anyway, same plan as yesterday? Yeah, you and someone else go investigate. The other one stays behind to keep watch. Sound alright with you? Yeah, that's fine. Well, if there's a flaw to this plan. Bond looks towards the Morocco residence. It might be the fact that we already explored most of the mansion yesterday. We already checked the hallway, living rooms, and the bedroom, but there were no other rooms. Hang on a second. From the outside, the mansion looked like it would have a second floor, or at least an attic. But from what we saw yesterday, we didn't find the stairs anywhere, right? Wait a moment. It doesn't necessarily have to be stairs, right? Maybe there's a ladder hidden somewhere? Rose makes a good point. I missed those details on my first day of investigation. Let's take one more look around the rooms. That's all we can do. Just have to use our feet, eyes, and hands. Time's wasting. Let's get this started. Alright. Okay, I think I know what I need to do, but I'm bringing Rose with me. We'll bring Bon as a partner, like, for more of this whenever I go back. I do plan on doing one other run-through of this just to see what he says during all of this stuff. Because we can. No problem. Well, Bon, you're on lookout duty. Fine by me. I'll see you later then. Rose, don't go off doing anything on your own. Alright, let's get going. Okay. And then let me check how we are on time right now. We can keep going for a little longer, I think. Alright, so great. Love it here. A text. I open up the message. How are you? It's D-Man. I've prepared your next riddle. Repeatedly hurry the movement of the monster that moves without rest. A monster that moves without rest. Something that's always moving. Maybe the ticking of a clock? The clock hands? I just hear a clock, and that kind of matches. Come now, look at that later. Focus on the investigation. I know I'm coming. Let's try. What? Another phone call? Wait, the clock! As we step into the room, the loud ringing suddenly stopped. I've always hated that sound. I should check it out just in case. But wait. There's an old pendulum clock on the wall. Stop the pendulum? Nothing happens when I grab the pendulum and stop it. Move. Spin the short hand backwards. Move the long hand forward. There we go. Push the long hand around in a full circle, but nothing happens. Hurry the movement of the monster that moves without rest repeatedly. Okay. So the long hand of the clock is the one that's always moving. Damn it! I meant to. That was my bad. So I have to keep turning it, right? The long hand's the one that ticks, right? So let's just move it. Do it again. Again. When I spin the long hand, the clock makes a noise. I open the glass door and a card falls out of it. Yes! Got the D card. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Emails sent by the devil. If you read them, you'll kill someone. Some murderers have mentioned this urban legend when interrogated. The motives for the murders are unknown, as the attackers claim to be tempted by an evil spirit. In some cases, the victim and killer never met. The only thing in common with each was the mention of the devil. No traces of these mails were found, and no one remembered the contents exactly, except the subject line. It was that ex-detective guy who told me about these cases, though they came from a police officer he knew. Unlucky for me, this was the exact kind of case I enjoy. They're fun to work on, but I never get any compensation for it. I went and put an ad in a magazine with a writing not to open the mail, in hopes of finding someone who knew something. I got one response and met with them. My purpose then was to identify the sender. The IP address provider didn't exist, and I hit a dead end. A few months passed after I started investigating. That's when I got the mail myself on my cell, like it was coming after me. I went mad with joy when I saw devil mail in the subject line. What do you think was inside? An endless string of 4 letters. Lisa. You know, I feel like I've seen an AI with that name, but you know it's not important right now. Those letters sound familiar. It was a case for Mr. K. This has gotten long, so time to wrap up. But there's one more thing I'd like to mention that might be making you curious. That is, of course, who killed me. Don't be alarmed. The reason's not important, but curses have no effect on me. At any rate, the ex-detectives on Lisa's case, so focus on your own problem. Best of luck to you. Hang on. Ah. Curses have... Oh, okay. So I was like, wait a minute. What? You're dead? No, but what he's saying is, like, curses don't affect him, so... Or them. I don't fucking know. Well, I guess if they're calling themselves D-Man, then I guess it's fine. Like, curses don't affect him, so... he doesn't have to worry about things. He's D-Man. What's that? A card from some kind of game? Honestly, I'm not really sure. Pendulum swings without stopping. Yeah, that one was pretty easy. There's a black phone on top of the storage shelf. I take the handset and put it to my ear. I don't hear anything. Is the line connected? Turn on the flashlight and follow the telephone line coming from behind the shelf. Huh? I notice that something's stuck between the storage shelf and the wall. I try wedging my hand in, but the crevice is too small and I can't reach it. Did you find something? There's something stuck between the shelf and the wall. The space is so tight my hand can't reach inside. Well, let's move the shelf then. Yeah, that's probably the best way. Okay. Move it. Well, move it. Move it. Move the shelf, you... Oh, okay. Move the shelf. Let's try it. Need a hand? Yeah, just in case. Rose and I go to the sides of the storage shelf and... Alright, let's go. Yeah, here goes. On her call, I lift up the shelf, but... Rose immediately starts laughing and lets go. Hey, come on, take it seriously. I'm sorry, it's just that I instantly realized that I couldn't possibly lift it. I just lost my motivation. Well, it did feel a lot heavier than it looked. This is impossible for me. Guess it can't be helped. Might have to give up here for now. You can't search here with your current partner. You can change partners at the area entrance. Alright, let's look around everywhere else, and then we'll go in. We'll get Bon. What are these? It's a rattan basket. The fruits inside are all black. The fruits inside the basket are so old, they've all turned completely black. They're completely dried up. I pluck one fruit out of what seems to be a bunch of bananas. Yay, dried up banana. Okay. That's one sturdy bed. wonder what caused these stains. Not that I'm looking. Now that I'm looking, there are more spots than I expected. Oh, great. It's where he killed his victims. High-class Western style bed. It looks pretty high quality with that layer of dust on it. Tells me it's going to waste. Oh, that's right. I remember that I bought the replacement battery. I take the new battery from my pocket and swap the batteries. Oh, so you remembered it. We shouldn't have a problem playing the tape now. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else here. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a different partner. Hey there, Henry. Aww, the little chickie that you're taking care of. Just needed to make sure. Alright, Bon, you're up. Let's go. Hey, so how'd it go in there? I'm currently teamed up with Rose. Want to switch partners? Switch to Bon. Alright, Rose, you're on lookout. No problem. Just leave it to me. Au revoir. I'll see you both later. Alright, let's go. My god, her dress is goals. I love that dress. I love her fucking hose. Excuse me? I really like her outfit. Her outfit's like my favorite one so far. Very classy. And yet she still managed to show off like a lot of leg. I cannot. I'm not saying that like you can't show leg and be classy, but damn. She like strikes that balance very nicely. I like, yeah, like jeez. I'm not even mad. That's pretty. Alright, Bon. The only reason why you're here is to move this shelf. Let's try it. I'll give you a hand. Bon and I go to the sides of the storage shelf and... Alright, let's do this. No. With this call, I pick up the shelf. Perhaps the wood is dense because this thing is far heavier than it looks. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. We just need to move it a little bit. Don't hurt yourself, old man. I'm not senior citizen, damn it. Here goes. We move it a step or two and take it back and set it back down. Damn it, almost threw my hip there. So, did you get the thing? Yeah, it was on the floor. So what do you think it was? We're playing around and show it to me. I light up the object with a flashlight and show it to him. It's a cassette tape labeled H. He's recording the things. Looks like it was worth putting my hip at risk. I wonder what's recorded on this tape. What? I would hope not, considering I think this guy's a child killer. Henry. Alright. Rose, you're back. Come here. Oh, you're back. Yeah, I want to switch to Rose. Rose is our primary partner right now, y'all. You're on the lookout now, Bon. Alright, I'll see you later. Rose, stick to the mission, you hear? Alright, let's get going. Rose is bae. I like her. She's fun. Bon so far is my least favorite of the partners. But, like, you know, we just met him. Rose's just got one of those very likable personalities, even though she keeps breaking into my, like, residencies. Like, she broke into my aunt's bar, and then she broke into my house, and I'm just like, can you stop breaking? You can, like, text me, and I'll, like, come let you in. But she's very charming. I hate that they call it a boombox. That is not a boombox. You miss Maruhashi? Same. I'm sad. Alright, so let's use tape H. A cassette tape labeled H. I didn't... I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, game. Alright. I don't want to hear it now. I don't want to hear that. Okay. Well, buckle in, guys. This is gonna be awful. I put tape H into the boombox. Tape H used. I press the play button. No sound comes out of the speakers. Is it working properly? Well, the tape is spinning just fine. Maybe it just hasn't gotten to the part where there's sound. Suddenly the phone from the next room rings. This is intriguing. Looks like someone wants us to answer the phone. But the tape is still spinning inside the boombox. Let's go take a look. I hate it here. The little zoomer doesn't understand how cassettes work. Neither ours. I summon up some courage to take the handset and put it to my ear. Radio noise? I hear something that sounds similar to when tapes are played back. I listen to the headset, just hoping to hear something else. And almost fling the handset away in response to the scream that pierced my ear. Kijima! I'm alright, it's nothing. I can't afford to miss any of it. I immediately returned the headset to my ear once again. It hurts so much, please just end it, just kill me already! What the hell is this? I hear a girl's voice pleading desperately. From further away, I hear the murmur of an old man. Sorry, I want to try to keep you alive. That might be impossible with all 4 limbs cut off. What the fuck, dude? The phone ended with the band statement. It ended. Looks like you heard something quite unpleasant. Do you mind telling me what you heard? Alright. I described the girl's scream and the voice of the man who apologized. If what he said about cutting off all 4 limbs is literal and is true, then it's the recording of something truly terrible. The entire time I heard a sound that sounded like tape noise. I couldn't hear it directly, but I think it was what was recorded on H's tape. All 4 limbs cut off, you say? He apologizes when he's the cause. What could this man possibly be trying to do? Sounds like the logic of a psycho. There's no point in thinking about it. I'm not gonna... I hate to be that bitch. But if he was cutting them off at the limbs, could it be that he was thinking about making a doll? Even so, we should attempt to figure out the cause of his deviance. Deviance? Deviance? I don't know if I would call this a deviance. This is a hair above a deviance, Rose. I'm just saying. This is like wildly more than just him being deviant. Oh, like what a prank, just kidnapping kids and chopping off their limbs. Either way, I think this is a good place to take a break.